Good evening, folks. Haven't been here since last year, which admittedly was only 8 days ago. Well, 9 days ago, really. So, yeah, we are back once again, this time with a bit of a gaming stream. Now, those of you that know me know that I'm a bit of a Vampire the Masquerade nerd. I love that game with a passion. I have done since its first edition. And we're going to be looking at something that is based on Vampire the Masquerade today. But first, I'm just going to do a quick little sound check. Yep, I've got a voice, that's all good. Now, I am generally a moderately quiet talker, so we're just going to let the game speak for itself. Now, this was done as a Vampire the Masquerade game jam, where a bunch of developers got together and made unofficial content for Vampire the Masquerade. And it's something I've had in my library for a little while. This game started off as a kind of prelude, a pre-story to something else. But since its release has gone on, and they announced that it would be getting a full game version. There's been no sign of that yet, no word whatsoever, so I don't know what's happening there. But I do know that White Wolf and the people behind Vampire the Masquerade can be a little bit iffy with their content and their product. But you know what? We are just going to get into it. I'm going to turn the game volume up a little bit, turn myself up a little bit. There we go, that's nice and loud for me. So, we are going to head over to the game, and I will see you over there. Vampire the Masquerade, Heartless Lullaby. Now, I don't actually know much about this game. I've deliberately kept myself in the dark about it. I haven't looked at any online media, any game snippets or anything like that whatsoever. But, content warning. This is a World of Darkness game. World of Darkness is not a nice place. It is a setting that deals with very difficult subjects. Very dangerous content for some people. It may deal with sexual assault. It may deal with drug addiction. It will probably have quite a lot of vulgar language in it as well. But we are going to crack on, because in the confines of Vampire the Masquerade, it is a safe place to explore the darker side of reality, our darker instincts and our darker urges. And that is what we are just going to go in with. Okay, so we've got start, settings, credits and exit. Well, I'm not going to exit, and I'm not going to show you the credits. We'll go to settings. Okay, this is the settings. Just a small number. Got volume, and languages. English and Spanish, the only two languages in this game. Okay, so that shows that maybe the dev team in the game jam were Spanish in origin. Who knows? I've turned the music volume down halfway. SFX I'll turn up a little bit, and general volume I'll keep nice and high. There is no visual graphics setting whatsoever, so I don't know what to expect. We've got some nice atmospheric rain on the pavement slices there. Let's get into it. Our character is Zach Riley, a young man in his late 20s, partying with his college buddy Johnny, who stand in the queue that gives access to the fairly new and trendy nightclub, the Heartless. Johnny is not feeling very well. He's hunched behind us, staggering slightly with a blank stare. Okay, so I think we're starting as mortals. 4:30 AM, Friday the 5th. And this shows that we are playing Zach. Hey, you sure you want to keep the party going, stud? Johnny, trying to focus his gaze and blinking effusively. Of course, you bastard, he shouts as he raises his half-empty beer bottle in his hand. This has to be our big night. We have to get in however we can. And I'm not going to do any more voices after that. You get the idea. Before Johnny finishes his sentence, you hear a loud snort behind you. As you turn around, you notice how the bouncer starts to cross his arms and frown. Oh, the bouncer, get the hell out of here, fucking drunks, he shouts grimly. Tab to highlight interactable elements. The newspapers and the bin. No point trying to get another joint this hour. We're John, in this state we're leaving. Just leaving the queue there. Johnny is doing his best not to puke everywhere. Okay, right, I am dyslexic. This red and grey on black is very difficult to read. Yeah, hover over it and I can't read that. Resolve moderate. Maybe there's something available in the trash, or valuable in the trash. Yeah, no, I'm not going to go dumpster diving. Comes Johnny coming over to puke in the bin. Oh, that was terribly liquid sounding. Yep, this is definitely a World of Darkness game. There is language. Oof, and he knocks me flat on my arse. God damn. Cute redhead alert. And then they go, oh, happy-go-lucky. Good evening, Tanooks. Welcome on in. We are playing a little bit of Vampire Heartless Lullaby. It's a kind of demo of a game that may get made, it may not. So yeah, grab yourself a mead. Enjoy. Yep, beats and mead. Okay, so that's the cloakroom. And then the beats get automatically louder. Okay, so this is point and click. There's a man in a red hat, that is not who I'm looking for. Okay, anyone that's ever played Bloodlines will recognise this dancing. I know, right? He's bouncing all over the place, having a nice little bop. So there's my man Johnny, there's the bar girl. I'm not going to go on the dance floor just yet. We've got ourselves a DJ. There's the girl. And chasing a cute redhead apparently. If they'd have been able to use Isolated by Chiasm at this point, that would have just really solved the game for me in a big way. Because that was the one that was always playing on the dance floor at the other nightclubs in the original Masquerade game. So my next quest is to take care of my friend. there's the casual drug use. See, it doesn't give you any information about what these doors are. And good evening, Cozy. Much love to you as well. See, when you hover over it, I'd like to know what it might be. Let's go into the dark room. Okay, there's the toilets. Broken, naturally. I'm not in the habit of inspecting bins, so I'm going to do it now. Incredibly embarrassing dancing. then as a different character. Okay, so this character is pro-Camarilla and anti-Anarch. It was on the table. Okay. Okay, so the DJ is a Malkavian. Cool. Okay, VIP lounge. Let me find out. I will just double check. So I am generally quite a quiet talker anyways. Is that any better for you, Tanux? Hopefully that's better. Let me know if that is better. So how is the Nooks today? Doing well, I hope? Oh, the ladies' bathroom is open now. There we go. Fantastic. Oh, there we go. Someone's being fed on. It's been overfed from. Okay, so all the staff in the pub are ghouls. Yep, not a problem at all. Enjoy the lurk. Now we're just getting on with some casual, traditional World of Darkness, grimdark stuff. Girl being killed by the man who promised her everything. Oh, that really is difficult to read. Oof. Okay, well that's me told where to go. Okay, let's go find the Anarch in charge of this shithole. I was just told he was ready and waiting. Okay. Let's go explore some more. Okay, locked by a magnetic reader, so I can't get out there. Oh, bloodstain. Okay, so the cloakroom is locked.
What about that other doorway?
Locked.
By the blood.
Yeah, the balcony. The man in the hat is gone. So it'd be the Setite and whoever was with him. There we go. Ooh, found a box. Boarded up a window. Okay, so that's how I get into there. Let's have a little sneaky. Investigate a bit more. Nothing else to investigate in here. Aha, CCTV. get some answers. Okay then. Okay. So there are certain types of vampire that are not very visible on CCTV. And it is said that these two people here are that type of vampire. Let's check out the naked statue first. Well, I tried the impossible and I failed. Okay, return to my table. Okay, so the more I'm using my powers, the more hungry it's making me automatically. Oh, and we are back to Zach. Ah, crap, my mate's getting killed by a vampire in the toilet. You know, Zach, don't rush. Her phone's back. Cool. Oh, that wasn't there last time. That's the only thing that's... Okay, continue. And then nothing else. Okay, well, it's not in that toilet. Let's try this one. Oh, broken glass. Something sparkling in the centre of it, but it won't let me pick it up. Okay. Oh, Johnny's not in there. Okay. There he is. He's going to be fodder. Oh no, it's not my friend Johnny. Okay. Weird, there's someone in there now. Okay. So, background to talk to her. To see if my friend left. No worries, Mashy, you take your time getting back to your phone. Okay, let's chat with her. Have you seen my friend? Up to the VIP zone. Oh god, he's fodder. Okay. Use crumpled paper. Ah, that's what's on the floor, the missing. Okay then. Hat. So you apparently have stats, which I didn't realise. That's kind of cool.
You're very dumb.
I am indeed very dumb. Intelligence 1. I can read and write, but some things are a bit confusing. Okay, what else we got there? Nope. Okay. Oh, wrong button. Oh, got to start all over. Oh my god. Oh my god, damn it. Right. Resume. So, the last 40 minutes, absolutely wasted. Because there is no way to back out of this menu that I noticed at the time. I didn't notice the big word that said resume, because I'm a moron. Okay, right. We're going to exit the game there. Because there doesn't seem to be any save points or anything like that at all. I think it's the sort of thing that's meant to be played through in one go. So I've done maybe half of it, I think. Got some very loud background music. Just going to turn that down a bit. Actually, let's just escape out from that. I think that is all very loud. Press any button. Exit. And we are back to here. Okay. So, 40 minutes, absolutely wasted, but roughly halfway through the story as I understand it. So this was designed as a kind of, if people like this game enough, we'll make a full version. And there is word that there is meant to be a full version with full character creation. We get to play as each of the different characters properly, and you won't be as limited as you are in this. This just gives you a quick rundown of how things will work. All in all, for a vampire game or a storytelling game, this hit the tone perfectly, in all honesty. You've got Zach, the human, absolutely oblivious, out with his mate, Ryan, or whatever his name was, who's in deep trouble. He's going to get snacked on by vampires, let's face it. He's not going to survive. Zach probably won't either at this rate. You've then got the Toreador lady, the second character that you play. Now, I think there's meant to be 4 characters that you cycle through in total based on what the Steam description says. Yeah, it hits the tone. The graphics are very basic. It's all set in one location so far. Maybe a full game won't be set in one location. Maybe it will. But this one is someone coming from the Camarilla, going to an Anarch nightclub, and it's clear that there are some Sabbat there as well. The couple that was blocking the door, I suspect they are La Sombra, just because they didn't show up in the cameras properly. a very traditional thing for them, and they are kind of one of the ruling factions of the Sabbat as well, at least in the slightly older lore. Maybe not so much anymore, as the lore has advanced in different iterations. But yeah, that was 40 minutes worth of Heartless Lullaby. It's on Steam as a demo. In fact, let's dig up the Steam page so we can have a little bit more of a better look at it. Store page, here we go. View page without showing you my date of birth. Grab the address for it. And let's see if I can show you my actual, not coming, desktop. That's the one, to infinity and beyond. So, Heartless Lullaby. So this is the actual game itself. Experience Vampire the Masquerade in a new way through this isometric CRPG. Change perspectives as you travel through the Heartless Club as a human and a vampire. Roll the dice, take your choices, and embrace the night in this narrative prologue. Now, it very clearly says there that it's a prologue, which is quite important. I'm going to skip through that. About the World of Darkness, meet dozens of characters. Well, we've met maybe half a dozen so far. All seems pretty cool still. I'm still enjoying that. Features: use your vampiric disciplines or powers to influence the world. So far, discipline use has been automatic. It hasn't given you any option to use it at any other point. It's a case of it comes up with the time when it is most suitable to use, which is pretty okay. And this uses the 5th edition rule set as well. Now, personally, I am not a fan of the 5th edition rule set because of some of the narrative changes and significant rules changes they made. But it's a World of Darkness. This game is still hitting the mark, quite frankly. A story is a story regardless of the rules. The rules are simply there to facilitate your movement through the story. Frequent violence, blood and gore, suggestive themes, strong language, and use of alcohol. I would expect absolutely nothing less for World of Darkness, to be honest. This was a very quick and easy download, very small file. Yeah, so doesn't have voice acting at the moment. Let's go over. Where are we? Not play now. Library discussions. Have a quick look. Can't save progress. Okay, so the complaint about it is you can't save progress, and the response is the game's a couple of hours long. Why do you need to save? Just play it through. Whereas other people have hit bugs and they needed to save and things like that. So yeah, people are saying it needs a save option. To be honest, every game needs a save option. It really does. No save option, not playing, and then automatically declared as abandonware. So February 2025 is when some of this was spoken about. In fact, nope. So this was released in 2022, and we are now in 2026. Yeah, there's still in development, question mark. Asked back in 2024, and the devs have not answered. So very possibly an abandoned game. Yeah. Any news about a sequel? It's not sequels, the full game that we're looking for. And then other things. How to play, how to do stuff. Yeah, I don't really care about that. Steam achievements. Can you add achievements? Asked for back in 2022 And again, no response, even all the way through till late last year. So I am considering this an abandoned game. The devs have done absolutely nothing about it at all, which is a shame. Who's it made by? Store page, let's have a look. So yeah, release date 21st of April 2022. So it's very nearly 4 years old. Intalto Studios. Let's click on them. So they are still releasing games, little pay-to-play things. VR. In fact, no, they've only released one other game since. Okay, with beat 'em up with really odd graphics. Different, not my style, but very different. So yeah, a studio that isn't really doing anything. It's a bit of a shame. Yeah, an abandoned game, unfortunately. So let's go back to proper window. Not any of that behind the scenes stuff. There we go, just my big noggin on a screen. So yeah, folks, thank you for joining me. It's only been just under an hour. I'm going to head off. I'm going to see if there's someone to raid into. Who have we got? Treat Your Geek alive, and I'm part of Treat Your Geek. You know what? That would make a lot of sense for me to raid into them. So let's do that, shall we? There is no raid message because we're all part of the same group. I will see you over there, folks. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.